Hey everyone, welcome back to the series where I tell you a bunch of stuff about Gumball and you listen and then you realize that I'm actually really good at theories, except the first one. The first one was terrible. I didn't know how to record, and let me just summarize it for you. Now that I'm so good. In the first theory, we noticed that there are several occurrences in the show where things don't make sense. The conclusion of the theory is that the void sucks anything that isn't relevant to the plot. Rachel wasn't interesting enough, Molly was boring, and How to Ratatouille Your Panda was used already. So it's a void. And Laserdisc was irrelevant for multiple reasons. There are also many more things that were removed. Also, just watch Gumball, okay? Who watches my Gumball videos without watching Gumball? And the second theory states that Principal Brown has a shady past, including the FBI, occurrences of a human-like nose and teeth, and a nuclear waste disposal site. There's one human in the show, and I theorize that Principal Brown, after getting affected by the site, got a genetic mutation as a hairy slug. Also, one season of the show shows that he has human-like skins, so that backs up the theory more. Also, there's actually two humans. You know the news reporter? I just I forgot. I forgot the news reporter. He's a human too. Okay. So after thinking for one day straight, I've come up with a conclusion. But here's some details to back it up. I wrote out this whole script, and I know what the void is, why it exists, but I spent a lot of time on the script, so let me tell you. Now for some questions I have, which I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so the void is a place where all mistakes the world has ever made have gone. This includes Rob, Laserdisc, Molly, and Darwin's old design. So basically, the void is a place where all the world's mistakes are. Yeah, they just kind of gather around there. But why? The void has no reason to exist, but it does, and it is, and it is there. In the Gumball's Wikipedia article and Benville Clay's Twitter, Rachel was removed. By the way, Rachel is a character in season 1 mostly, and not even mostly. She was just in season 1. I'll tell you the rest of the details later. Benville Clay and the show got rid of Rachel because they felt like she wouldn't have much of a role in it, which is which is in quotes because that's exactly what they say. That's how quotes work. You knew that. Why did I tell you guys that? You're not like my first grade. But why do that? Just at least put her in the background like a couple of times, like this worm box guy, which I'm naming him Pendleton right now because he doesn't have a name. And so does this guy. This guy's titled at squidbox.png. So I'm naming this guy Pendleton, and you can't stop me. And his name is Pendleton, and you will like it. I just really like him because he just appears a couple of times in the cafeteria. I don't know. He's a squid, okay? I like squid. So all that summarized. So basically, the removed her. Bro, my script. So many. They removed her because she didn't add much to the show, but it didn't make sense to get rid of her. She's the sister of a fairly important character, Tobias. Her last episode is in The Curse. She's in. Wait, no, she's not. Yeah, she's in the background in one of the chase scenes or something. Why don't they see her at least once after that? There are 5 more seasons of the show left. I think that Benville Clay and the crew are trying to throw us off our trail. Mostly my trail. I'm the only one making these Gumball theories. Maybe except Channel Frederator and Toon Fridge or whatever those people are. Point is, Rachel's in the void, and it's proven. Comedy. Now for the big question, why does the void exist? Okay, so like I said in my first theory, watch this clip. Ever notice how it's called The Amazing World of Gumball? Yes. Alright, now I'm about to tell you how the void and why the void exists and works. Hey, remember that clip you saw exactly 10 seconds ago? The Void purposefully removes anything that isn't relevant to the plot or Gumball. In the last episode of the series, The Inquisition, the Void seems to be sucking up Elmore. I mean, in the very last minute of the episode. But wait, isn't the Void built around Gumball? Well, I guess not after the episode The Rerun. You know what happens in that episode, right? Rob gets a remote, and a few minutes later, he destroys the remote. It just kind of happens. Conclusion! The remote makes the Void be centered around Gumball. But why? Who made the remote? Who made the Void be centered around Gumball? Confused? Alright, here's a hint. Who sold Darwin, Gumball's brother, to Richard in that one episode titled The Origins 1 and 2? That's right, the Awesome Store. The Awesome Store helped form the Void and made the remote to control it. Without the control, it'll think Elmore is a mistake, and that's why Rob tries to convert everybody into real live-action humans, because if he doesn't, the Void will destroy Elmore. It'll suck in Elmore. And my next theory is going to be on the Awesome Store, by the way. It might not prove everything, but it will go into detail about everything about and in the Awesome Store. Sub for more theories. I mean, it works every time. Little YouTube trick. Just